5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
It's the Texas Strangers with Ryan Gano and David Carson.
Thank you, Brad. Welcome to episode 7. We're coming to you from the closet here in Cumulus, here in Dallas, Texas. Right down the hallway is the mothership, and right next to us is the stub.
Well, I can't really, not a great view. You know, when we were at the top doing the show, Dave, we had a pretty good view when you stepped out of the booth.
Yeah, here you have a right into just like a little hallway with nothing. It kind of reminds me of a passageway on a Navy ship. You walk out of your little closet where you're doing something right into another nothing.
It also reminds Dave of his trips to Narnia.
I've never been to Narnia.
Dave, you know that's not a real place, right?
I've seen the movie. It was kind of whack.
Or what's the subway in Harry Potter where you have to make yourself believe and run at a brick wall?
Is it like platform like 9.5 or something?
Something
weird,
like that.
Something. Okay, Dave. So we have Brad back again.
Haven't scared me off, you know.
Okay.
He takes our crap pretty good.
Yeah, he's a good team player, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we'll actually get to some of his stuff today.
Yeah, he did a little work. Hey, let's do a favor. You have your phone with you?
I do have.
Why don't you take a picture of Brad right now with that little? It's kind of like a rooster, horrible looking dude with. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it. This is gonna go. We're gonna tweet this one, okay?
Yeah, this is good.
This is some good stuff. I mean, this is perfect radio to realize. Hey,
you can't see how dumb Brad looks, but we can.
Well, we can. So that hairdo is something else, especially with those. It does sound just a little hot, but it's okay.
Trying to figure out why.
It might be your headphones. Well, I could hear that when you just grab the arm and just move it around.
Well, you know, Dave, I'm trying to make adjustments here.
Okay.
I'm trying to call an audible. So, Brad, how was your week?
Flippin' fantastic.
What was so fantastic about it, Brad?
You know,
besides working for me.
Hey, every day is a day in a rainbow with David Carson.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir.
So other than sucking up to your boss, what's
just trying to get glimpses of sleep when I can, but yeah.
Let's tease the people a little here, Brad. What is it that you get so worked up and excited about?
Something that you guys don't quite understand, that I may have a little bit different perspective than what you may hear on your current wrestling broadcast there. But yeah, we'll get to that later in the show.
Are you talking about Olympic wrestling?
Oh,
is that what
no.
you like?
You're talking about the Mongolian thing?
Oh, no, we're close.
Oh, well, that's real wrestling, if you ask me.
Yeah.
NCAA sanctioned, which Brock Lesnar's done as well. Another reason to make him one of the greatest of all time.
Greco-Roman?
I don't think he does Greco-Roman. He does traditional wrestling. Brad's turning off his mic here. He loves Brock Lesnar. It's his favorite wrestler. So it's anyway. Dave, on a little bit more of a serious note, Dave is going to talk about who this episode is for.
Yeah. Roughly right now, the current time. What time is it right now? It's 10:15 at night. I got a phone call earlier today around 5:15 like that, and my uncle passed away. So I want to dedicate this episode number 7, to my uncle Ron Vickers, and he was a great person. Everybody's a great person to a certain extent, right? But he's a big time Dallas Cowboys fan. He was also an Oklahoma State Cowboys fan, so he was kind of like a cowboy. And I just want to take the time to really thank him. And a couple months ago, I went up to Yukon, Oklahoma, which is right next to Oklahoma City. And I said, hey, how much I appreciate everything you did for me. But as a little kid, I didn't grow up in the richest home. And there was times that I didn't go on a summer vacation. But my Uncle Ron and my Aunt Margaret would always come down to my hometown and take me with me. We would go to like Aransas Pass, Corpus Christi. We'd go out fishing and stuff like that, water slides. And I wasn't his son. He didn't have to do that. And I was the nephew of my mom. My mom has 8 sisters and 1 little brother. Now the brother's the youngest of all of them. So, Ron, love you. Thank you for everything that you've done for me, and hope to see you soon. Not too soon, but I hope to see you.
Dave, I think we might. I don't know if I'm ready for Brad to be the co-host. I'm just not sure I'm at that point with him yet.
I don't think anybody's ready for Brad to be a co-host just yet.
Yeah. Oh, Brad. Anyway, I think for the first segment we're gonna talk a little NFL. It's about that time. We're so close to having Saturdays and Sundays of football back, and I'm so ready.
Okay, I'm ready for it too.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 877-735-7485 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 877-735-7485 to take your call now. Call 877-735-7485. That's 877-735-7485. Again, 877-735-7485.
Attention professional sales reps, what does your future look like right now? Let me tell you what it might look like selling for some of the most recognizable radio stations in Dallas-Fort Worth. It's exciting. It's meeting new people. It's prospecting. It's creating a market plan for a customer and making it work. It's potentially very lucrative. It's taking your future into your own hands. Interested? Send me your resume. Richard.lane@cumulus.com. That's Richard.lane@cumulus.com. Cumulus is a drug-free workplace and an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is John B. Wells. It's a big world out there and an even bigger universe. So, what interests you? From the conventional to the conspiratorial, from the wonderful to the weird, from the sublime to the silly, we'll talk about all of it, and between all of us, we'll get a glimpse of the truth. Be on board Arc Midnight this Saturday night at 10 on 570 KLIF.
KLIF.
Junior,
not the best hands in the world.
Greg Olson.
So he has one of the best hands in the world.
Right, so he has a safety net in Greg Olson, and he now gets Kelvin Benjamin back. Their defense is still stout. He's still a monster himself. I would say, personally, if I'm them, I'd start looking for a new running back. I think Jonathan Stewart is serviceable, but he doesn't ever stay healthy. Kind of the Tony Romo problem.
The only question I have about this team, where if it spirals out of control, is Luke Kuechly. If he gets hurt, that's the anchor of your defense, and if something happens to him, I mean, our numbers are going to look like horrible.
So, what is your projection for their worst case?
10-6,
8-8.
Okay, let's go down to where it's. God bless their heart, it's flooding right now, Baton Rouge, New Orleans area. The Aints.
Ooh, harsh words.
I saw him play against the Houston Texans this weekend, so I wasn't very impressed with them.
I got the Saints at 10-6 best case. I mean, their division, other than the Panthers, is kind of two potentially gimme game. I mean, the Falcons and the Saints is actually kind of a pretty good matchup usually. I mean, one of them is usually on the year, and then the other team of the two is not. And the Bucks are just the Bucks.
Well, I got the Saints at 8-8. And you know what? I'm gonna put this on the record. I think you're gonna see a decline in Drew Brees starting this year. I think you're gonna see the rotator cuff that he had surgery on. I think we're gonna see a lot of stuff that what we're normally seeing from him. I don't think we're gonna see it from this year.
How are you gonna tell me that Drew Brees is going to fall off, but that Tony Romo is still...
I didn't say that Romo is going to increase or do anything. I just said if he's as healthy...
But how is Tony Romo not falling off?
Tony Romo is just going to hand the ball off to his running backs. That is the Dallas Cowboy plan right there. They're going to set Hut, give it to Zeke, give it to
Alfred Morris.
And
I
do
think Alfred
they
Morris,
still have Run DMC back there?
no,
He is currently
suspended.
Injured. Elbow injury trying
He's
to
suspended too.
No.
elbow injury trying to catch his phone that was falling out of his hand.
Oh yeah, what a great topic.
Yeah, I think we covered that before.
So
and
Saints,
you can also handle hit Lance Dunbar
usually on a
swing
pass.
pattern.
Yeah,
So
he can get off his crutches.
but
he's awesome now.
So
I mean, he just fits in the team really well from that angle.
and I hate to say that Drew Brees, this is going to be a decline, but I really think this is where it starts.
People have been saying the same thing about Tom for a long time. Let's go. So I had the Saints at 10-6 and 6-10.
Did you go by Tampa Bay? I heard Bucks because
I
you
mentioned
jumped
them.
over me.
Yeah, try to. The listeners aren't here for you, Dave.
Okay.
That's
what you think.
I looking at the Tampa Bay Bucks, they got some work to do.
They got a lot of work to do.
Their young team,
A lot of potential there.
6-10,
Best case.
best case.
Okay, yeah, that is reasonable. But guess what I did? I have a lot of Jameis Winston love. So I went 9-7, which I don't really believe it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll just jump up on another cafeteria table and start yelling some classy phrases.
Hey, who wants some crab legs?
I mean, again, you got to give him credit that he has, since he's gotten to the NFL, kept himself out of trouble.
Oh yeah. And worst case, I have him at 5-11.
2-14. I mean, if Jameis Winston got hurt, can you name me the backup quarterback
Nope.
of the Bucks?
No.
Even Brad, who's usually our
Matt Glennon,
Look at the big brains
yeah.
on
Glennon.
Brad.
So Glennon, who was former Browns starter for 3 games or something?
No, he was the starter before Winston got there in Tampa.
Okay.
Has he played anywhere else?
No.
Not to my knowledge.
No, I don't think so.
So Glennon, but I mean that's a long gap for Brad. Usually, like if we are not coming up with a name, Brad's like, boom, no, I got this info. But Mike Glennon took him a minute. So do you not see that?
Mad props for him coming up with it.
If that Winston went down, that 2-14 would not be like a reasonable expectation.
Well, I mean, okay, let's preface this by saying before Mr. Prescott's fabulous displays, Mr. Glennon was a rumored Cowboys trade target for a backup quarterback. Oh, they need a backup quarterback.
Okay.
How'd the last couple backups they traded for pan out?
Let's see.
Brandon Whedon, where's he at?
Castle, Kellen Moore. Let's see.
Kellen Moore
Whedon's
hasn't
gone.
actually seen the field
he
in a
broke
real
his
game,
leg.
has he?
Broke his leg in training.
Well, no, he played last year. He wrapped up the season.
Like the last 2 or 3 games.
It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. NFC North.
Oh, who was your pick for the South to?
Well, okay, since no one ever repeats at one in this division, I think this is the year it repeats.
Yeah, Carolina, absolutely. Brad is flying the Falcons here, I think.
I'm ride or dying with the red and black there
Matty Ice to Julio Jones all day for Brad.
for sure.
Okay, hey, I just saw this. I should have came with this during pre-show meeting. This is what me and my dad do, okay? So we at the beginning of the season, we pick out who we think are going to win the division, okay?
Okay.
All right. Halfway through the season, we get to repick. We get to reshuffle. Everything starts over again.
Okay.
You guys want to be part of this little reshuffle?
I'm down.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's
To the north.
to the north. The north remembers.
The Chicago Bears. Best case, 4-12. 4-12, 2-14. I have no confidence in the Bears.
7-9. I mean, if Jay Cutler was the good Jay Cutler he is twice a year, like all the time, they could easily go 7-9, even without Forte.
It just depends on what type of hair gel he has in his locker, right?
I don't think that has any bearing.
Well, he's always doing something about hair gel on the sideline.
They do get the kid from West Virginia back this season, who they missed all of last season, who was their first-round pick. So
One first-round pick when you lose Matt Forte.
When you have Alshon Jeffrey on the other side, if you put it in any radius.
Alshon Jeffrey's gone. Didn't he get traded?
No, he's still there.
No, I think he's still there.
There is still someone for Jay Cutler to throw the ball
They
to.
traded Martellus.
Martellus Bennett and, like I said, Forte didn't resign. He went to the Jets.